Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video lesson, we are going to discuss another wonderful puzzle. So this channel, we mainly focus on mains, be it clerk mains, be it PO mains. So SBI clerk mains, SBI PO mains, IBPS clerk mains, IBPS PO mains. So we have a playlist here for puzzles. In that playlist, there is the second video, and we are going to discuss the second puzzle, which is based on ranking. In many of the instances, students fail to solve puzzles, and this is the channel which will definitely help you to excel in that particular area. So puzzle should be a strongest area, that's a motto now. So targeting that, we are going to solve n number of puzzles. So there is a 100 puzzle series in which the second difficult puzzle now. Read the given information carefully, pause the video here, try solving this question, and in order to solve this question, expected time limit is 7 minutes. For many of the students, this will be a new pattern question, but still give a try. Solve this question in less than 7 minutes. Now let us solve this one. Here, let's understand the given information. We have 5 mobiles, C1, C2, C3, C4 and C5. They were being compared in 3 categories among processor, internal storage, display size. So we have 5 mobiles that's been compared in 3 categories, that's clearly understood. In addition to this, we need to understand this point now. No 2 mobiles got same rank in any category, which means that if a mobile gets first rank in one of the categories, we have no other mobile which gets first rank in the same category. And no mobile got the same rank in any 2 categories, which means that if a mobile gets first rank in one of the categories, the same mobile is not expected to get first rank in any of the remaining 2 categories. You guys need to understand this statement first. Once this statement is understood, we can get into this puzzle now. From this, the main body of the puzzle, let us pick this information. Let us try to put it in the next slide just to make the explanation part easier. And along with that, I want you guys to prepare a table as shown on the screen. We have 3 entities that's been shown on the screen, and we have 5 mobiles. They are getting ranks among 1 to 5. So I want you guys to write it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The mobile which gets first rank in processor will be placed here. We have to write that name here. The mobile which gets first rank in internal storage, that name should be written here. That's how we should understand this table. Now, this is the part which we discussed earlier. No 2 mobiles got the same rank in any category, and no mobile got same rank in any 2 categories. Let us start from this point now. The mobile which got first in processor got second in internal storage and fourth in display size. As we cannot predict which mobile got first rank in processor, as we don't know the name, let us mark it with a symbol this way, star. And the same symbol is to be present in second internal storage. And the same mobile has got fourth in display size, so let it be the same here. The name that you have written here should be written here, even it should be written here. So that's the reason we have marked these 3 with the same symbol. Next one says that in processor, so this condition is related to this particular category. In processor, C3 got a better rank than C5, which got a better rank than C4. So C3 got a better rank than C5 and C5 got a better rank than C4. So in this context, usually in this place, if you find a word like who or which, we need to understand it as the information which follows this word will be related to the immediate next person. So in this context, the information which follows which is related to 5, C5. So C3 should be placed ahead of C5 and C5 should be placed ahead of C4. In addition to this, we cannot predict number of mobiles that got placed between C3 and C5. So we cannot say that C3 and C5 are immediate next to each other. In the same way, C5 and C4 may or may not be immediate next to each other. So that's how we need to understand this. Then let us look at this information now. In display size, C2 got a better rank than C4. C4, as it's which, we need to understand it as C4. C4 got a better rank than C1. And then sum of the ranks of C3 in all categories is 8. We have 3 categories here. So sum of those 3 should be 8, which means that in one of the categories, if C3 gets first rank, in the other if it gets second rank, as it cannot get first rank again, let it be 2. So that's obvious in the third category it has to get 5. Here, we need to understand one thing. You guys need to remember one point here. I want you guys to be very clear in this regard. We cannot say that C3 has got first rank in processor. This is not the order of the categories that's been written in this table. But we can definitely say in one of the entities, if C3 gets the first rank, in one of the remaining 2 it should get second, and in the third it has to get 5. So this order may or may not be the same as the order present on the screen here in the table. This being one of the possibilities. And the other possibility, if C3 gets first in one of the categories, let me try to raise this number. Previously it's 2, now let it be 3. So sum of these 3 should give you 8, as it's clearly mentioned here. So what should be the rank of C3 in the third category? It has to be 4. So I am sure we have only 2 possibilities, 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 4. As no repetition is allowed, the number that we used cannot be used again. So among those 3, repetition is not allowed. 5 being the maximum possibility and 1 being the minimum possibility. If you guys get any other possibility, do mention that in the comment section. I can definitely tell you that these are the only 2 possibilities whichever exist. So 1, 2, 5, or it can be 1, 3, 4. And then let us move on to the next category, next condition now. The mobile which got first place in display size. As we don't know its name, let it be a symbol. Let's mark it with a symbol. The mobile which got first in display size got 4th in processor. These 2 are the same. So let us mark it with the same symbol as shown on the screen now. In internal storage, that's about this entity now. In internal storage, C2 got a better rank than C4. So we have written or we understood the information given in the question. We have picked all the required information up. We have placed it in the table. Now I am sure we need not bother about this. We need not look back at the screen to read the given information. So you guys need to understand one thing while solving a puzzle. Once you read the given information, once a condition is read, you need to understand it as, once read is read forever. Now, let's work on this table. Here, if you guys can notice this, let us try to fix C3 first. I am sure C3 should get ranks among these 3 possibilities. Here, I'm assuming this first, 1, 3, 4. I'm inclined towards this. Let's see what happens now. If we pick this possibility up, 1, 3 and 4, I am sure if you look at these 2, that's obvious C3 should get first rank in one of the 3 entities. And we need to figure out in which category C3 got the first rank. If C3 gets first rank in processor, assume that it's C3. This has to be C3 again, as these 2 are the same, and even this has to be C3. But sum of these 3 will never give you 8. It is clearly mentioned that sum of the ranks of C3 has to be 8. So sum of these 3 is 7. So it cannot be C3. Now if you look at the next possibility. So C3 didn't get first rank in processor. In the same way, C3 cannot get first rank in display size. I can conclude this one as well. Let's understand this. If this is C3, even this has to be C3. But I am sure we have at least 2 mobiles which got placed next to C3. C5 and C4. So if you fix C3 here, that violates this condition. So we can conclude that C3 cannot get first rank in processor, even C3 cannot get first rank in display size. But C3 should get first rank in one of the entities based on this information. So that's obvious, C3 should get first rank in internal storage. And then, can C3 get fourth rank now? If C3 gets fourth rank in processor, which means that a C3 should get 4 or 5. Clear? If you go with this possibility, C3 should get fourth in one of the entities. If you look at this possibility, C3 should get fifth in one of the entities. Clear? Now let me fix this one. Let me pick this one up now. 1, 3, and 4. If C3 gets fourth in processor, C3 has to get first in display size, as these two are the same. But it's not possible, as C3 has got first rank earlier in one of the entities that cannot get the same rank in any of the remaining two categories based on this information. So C3 cannot get first rank in display size. So C3 cannot get fourth rank in processor. In the same way, C3 cannot get fourth rank in display size. So there is no possibility for C3 getting fourth rank. So that's obvious. C3 has to get second and fifth ranks now in the remaining two categories. So C3 should get second rank in processor. Reason, if C3 gets fourth in processor or C3 gets fifth in processor, we have two mobiles got placed next to C3 that won't fit here. So C3 should not get fifth in processor. So C3 has to get fifth in display size and C3 should get second in processor. We have fixed C3. Now let us look at the next mobile now. Let us try to find who this star is. Let us try to find which mobile is written as star. Let's understand this now. This cannot be C3, as we have fixed C3 earlier. That's definitely not C3. C5 and C4 anyhow got placed next to C3. They cannot occupy first rank in processor. Do understand this? C5 and C4 got placed next to C3. So that's obvious, C5 and C4 cannot get first rank in processor. So it's not C5, it's not C4. Among the given 5, we can eliminate these 3. So we are left with 2 options now, C2 or C1. Let us look at display size once. In display size, can C1 get first rank? I am sure there are at least 2 mobiles got placed ahead of C1. So that's obvious, C1 cannot get first rank in display size. Okay, we are talking about star anyhow. Here, with the same logic, now let's talk about C2. As 2 mobiles got placed next to C2, C2 cannot get the fourth rank in display size. So, the mobile which we marked as star, it cannot be C3, it cannot be C5, it cannot be C4, it cannot be C2. So, it has to be C1. So, we have fixed C1 and C3 earlier. Now, we are left with 3 options, C2, C4 and C5. Let us try to find this mobile now. Or, before getting into this, let us try to fix C5 and C4 in processor. Can I write C4 here? Is it possible? Definitely no. C5 should be placed ahead of C4. So it's not C4, it cannot be C4. Can I write C4 here? If this is C4, this has to be C4, as these two are the same. C4 cannot get first in display size. The reason being C2 should be placed ahead of C4. So it's not C4, it's not C4. And as we discussed earlier, third in processor should not be C4. Fourth in processor should not be C4. So it's C4. Now let us look at internal storage. C2 should be placed ahead of C4 and C4 has got fifth rank earlier. C4 cannot get the fifth rank again. So it's C4 and it's C2 and we are left with only one, that's C5. Now if you look at processor, between these two, C2 and C5 has to be fixed. As this is C2, C2 cannot get third rank again. So it has to be C5 and this is C2. So it's C2. Here we are left with two mobiles, C4 and C5. C5 cannot get third rank again, so it's C5 and it's C4. This is the final arrangement. With the arrangement that we have done, you guys can solve questions based on this. The three questions present on the screen, I expect you guys to solve those three. Mark your answers in the comment section. So with this, I would like to conclude this session. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone. Do follow this channel for more such videos. Thank you. So guys,